Don't go.
I mean, they're like $400. Yeah, I don't know.
The other day I was in a bad mood, and now today I'm in a lazy mood.
You were in a lazy bed.
I can't find my knife.
You never did tell us why they talked about it so bad.
Because there was two. I ain't saying it now.
Why?
Because on the video.
It's not recorded, you say it.
Pause.
I said it a while ago, and y'all missed it.
I
wasn't here.
That's because y'all were like,
I wasn't here.
I got here a little bit later.
all right. I don't think we're doing the test quiz. I'm not into it today, y'all. I'm sorry. So if you don't moan and complain about me, I don't care today.
This college.
Can we go get some bed,
No, not today. I can't. I gotta go to Columbia again. All right. So y'all gonna, I'm not gonna yell, okay? Parallel. I mean series and parallel. If the two surge protectors are arranged in a series, that's right here, what is the probability that the voltage surge will not damage? In other words, what is the probability that this surge protector and this surge protector works? Well, since it is in series, you will have to use the complement of 0.96. So, what you need to do is find the probability of P or Q failing. Okay, P or Q failing, because the way that the series is lined up, electricity is like water. How is electricity like water? Follows the path of what? Follows the path. Follows the path of least resistance. Both electricity and water do that. Here you're hitting not one wall, but you're hitting what? Two walls. So even if one fails, the other one is going to take its place because of the way it's lined up. So what we want to find out is what is the probability of one of them failing. And the probability of, well, both of them, one of them failing is going to be 0.04. Okay? Now, how many of them are there? There's two. So that would be 0.04 to the what? Second power. Somebody do that in your calculator, you get 0.0016. And that's 0.0016. Now this is the probability of both of these failing. So what would be the probability of both of them working? That minus, so 0.984. 9984. So 1 minus 0.0016 is 9984, and that is your probability that goes right here. If the two surge protectors are arranged in parallel, now you got to know your physics a little bit, not much, but look at the way that they're arranged compared to the way these two are arranged. Which one do you think is going to give better protection? Knowing that electricity follows the path of least resistance. The series is going to be the better configuration because you got one wall here and one wall here. What's wrong with this one? Well, if one of them doesn't work, it's going to go through. And if it does work, what is that electricity going to do? It's going to turn around and go where? Try to go this way. And if one of them fails, the electricity, the surge is going to get to the TV. If one of them fails here, the other one's going to what? Catch it. If one of them fails here or does whatever, it's going to get zapped. If it doesn't fail, it's going to turn around and go the other way. So this is going to be your weaker configuration, but let's see what it comes out to be. So since it's in parallel, you just multiply, I think, 0.96 to the second power. Take that, raise it to the second power, because that's the way that you do this. And that's assuming that you know a little bit of physics, which that's why I don't like this question. So 0.96 quantity squared is what? Check it and make sure, and that's that. Which one has a better percentage?
Series.
The series, and that's your answer. So, to do this question, if you get it, because some of you may not get it, because I'm pulling from about 5 or 6 questions for each question. So you may not get this one. I didn't know this was in here until yesterday when Monday when one of the, it came up in the 8 o'clock class. Oh, 1. Take 1 minus whatever they give you, 0.96 here. And that'll give you 0.04, and you raise that to the second power. And that's how you do A. And then B, and then you take that, whatever this number comes out to be, you say 1 minus 0.04 quantity squared, and that equals your answer. So if this was 1 minus if this was 0.93, what would this be? 0.07, so this would be 1 minus 0.0049, which is 0.9951, something like that. If this was 0.99, what would this be? 0.01, 0.0001, 0.9999, something like that. And B, you just take the given probability and raise it to the what? Second power. This probability, raise it to the second power and compare the two. Most of the time you're going to see the series is a better configuration. Does that help you?
Yeah.
That problem is just not, it's out of place. It's supposed to go along with the alarm clock. Remember the alarm clock, having 2 alarm clocks? But it's assuming that you know a little bit about electricity, because the formula for series is this over here, and the formula for parallel is just raise it to the second power. So that's why. What other ones did you miss, Miss Baroni? Let's make fun of you. Let's see if you missed any of the easy ones. Let's see, how much did that take off?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we considered it higher or low. So.
I'll give you 75% on that one. But you got to, if you miss one of these, I'll change it from half credit to 3/4 credit, because I really don't like these, and I can't mark it right. But and you got that one. You just guessed at that one, huh? Really?
What?
Hey, what's wrong with that?
She put 2/4. 2/4, really.
It says exact. It says exact answer. It doesn't say around.
You're just lucky I'm in a good mood today and not a bitchy mood. You didn't get any of the bonus questions wrong. Good for you. That one's just wrong. You didn't know what you were doing.
No, I had no idea. Yeah.
All right, that'll give you, instead of what'd you have?
I had 91
I think that's going to give you about a 95.
94.5.
Okay. Gave you a 94. Let's see what everybody made on the test. Or see how many people have taken it. Paper. Class average is 87, but let's see how many people have taken it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Half the class. Good. Not bad. Either y'all are very smart or I'm just an excellent teacher. One of the two. No comment? Okay. That's all right. Yeah, whatever. I suck. Yeah.
We didn't say that.
Oh yeah, they really pay me too much.
Only answer that after it says.
Oh, okay. All right, what chapter are we on? 4, 5? Yeah, we starting 5 today. This connection is untrusted. Dang old thing's a porn site. What y'all talking about?
Delayed reactions.
Wait! It doesn't.
I cannot get out of this mood.
I have a question. After I took my test, I tried to log into Pearson, and
And it blew up.
it did. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Okay.
Anybody else gonna say that your computer blowed up?
No, my grandma had it.
Okay, did? Okay. All right. Label your chapter 5 notes. Probability distributions. Probability distributions. Now, my college algebra class yesterday brought donuts.
Sorry, next time.
No, I was just saying they just brought donuts. What is a probability distribution? Chapter 5. Probability distribution. Now, let me ask y'all a question for those that are listening. In chapter 3, what were the 2 biggest things that we did? Chapter 3, first unit test. Standard deviation, yes. That's right. And the mean. But that's not what I'm asking, but you're right. What 2 types of problems did we find the mean and standard deviation with? One was a frequency distribution. You're the one person that listens. Okay. And what was the other one?
Ratio.
4 over ratio. Data driven. Data driven was like test scores. 98, 97, 75, 80, and 86. In other words, you find the mean and the standard deviation with data driven. And then what did we do with the frequency distribution? That's a chart. And this was called the class and this was called F of X, or F, frequency. And then this is the ages, 20 to 24, 25, 29, 30, 34, 35, 39, 2, 4, 6, 1. Okay, and we found the mean and the standard deviation for both sets of data, right? All right, so that's what we did in Chapter 3. In Chapter 4, we basically found probabilities, right? Find the probability of picking a face card out of deck cards. The probability of A plus what? B, the additive rule. The probability of A times B, which is the multiplicative rule, and counting. In Chapter 5 is called probability distribution. Now, if frequency distribution is a table of basically grades or ages, which is the data-driven, then what do you think the probability distribution is going to be a chart of? Probabilities. And it's going to be called X, meaning X event. Huh?
And why?
See, that's why you're going to live in the ditch.
Hey, I
Why?
know one that's already there.
Hey, look, it was one.
No, I'll just get
Oh.
F. No, not F. P of X. Probability of X. Probability of 0 events happening, 1 event, 2 events, 3 events. 0.1, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. All right? That's what your probability. In other words, the event of having 0 girls and 3 kids, having 0 girls is 0.1. Having 1 girl is 0.3. Having 2 girls is 0.3. Having 3 girls is 0.3. Or the baseball game being called off, the baseball game going to 1 game, the baseball game going to 2 games, the baseball game going to 3 games. These are events happening. And then this is the probability of that event. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because you're going to do the same thing that you learned to do here, which was the what? Mean and the what? Mean and standard deviation. You got it here. You're going to do the same thing with this. Mean and standard deviation. Now, you want the good news or bad news? Bad news is you're going to have to do stuff like you did with this one. Now, you know what the good news is? It's not as complicated as this one. Okay? But you still have to read the formula. Whenever you don't know what to do, you have to go back and read the formula, not just ask somebody. Read the formula. Now, let me give you an example of how this is done. I'm going to put a question on the board. A couple meaning a married couple wants to have 2 children. What is the probability of having what? 2 boys. All right, do that. A couple wants to have 2 children. In other words, it's going to be 1 child, 2 child, snip, snip. Okay? Whichever one's going to get snipped. So, after that, no more kids. So, what is the probability of having two boys? So I want you to make a sample space. Do that. It's real easy to do. Boy, 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 girl, girl, boy, girl, girl.
I want to have two. One's going to be named Jeff, and the top of the next.
Wait, what? What about next? Anything girls are weird.
This is a screwed up class.
No.
All right, if you haven't thought of the sample space yet, boy, 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 girl, girl, boy, and what? Girl, girl. Now, I'm going to figure all of these. What is the probability of having two boys? Probability of having two boys is 1 out of 4, which is what? What is the probability of having one each?
2 boys. Wait, 1/2.
2 over 4. No, don't reduce it. Just leave it 2 fours.
That's what I do in test.
You always reduce fractions. Always.
But you just
Do
said
you
don't
walk
reduce it.
into you walk into Lowe's and ask for a 51/100 wrench?
I don't ask for wrenches.
Do you use a 51/100 cup of water?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
I want you to find me a measuring cup that has 51/100 on it. And what is the last one? 2 what? Okay, does everybody agree with what we just did? Okay, there's your 2 boys is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 2 girls, one of each is right there. And then your 2 girls is right there. So 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4, and 2 out of 4. And there's your probabilities over there. I'm thinking. Right there. What is that? That's the probability of having 2 boys. 0 girls is what? What's 0 girls? 2 boys. 0.25. What did we get? 2 girls, 0.25. What's the probability of having 1 boy and 1 girl? What did we get? 0.5. And what's the probability of having 2 girls? So, what can you tell me about chapter 5 in relation, this is chapter 4 right here. What is chapter 5? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, but what does it do in the chapter 5 work? It's basically, forget doing the work that you learned in chapter 4. We're going to go ahead and put it in what? A chart form. So you could actually, you could actually rebuild this chart into your sample space right here by looking at the binomial distribution. So this is your chapter 4 work. So they're saying in chapter 5, okay, you know how to find the probabilities. We're going to assume that all of you made an A on your chapter 4 test, or a high B, and we're just going to skip doing that work and just show you the end what? Result. So that's what chapter 5 is. Well, what's the problem? Well, we want to find the mean and the standard deviation. Because the mean and the standard deviation is what drives probability and statistics, no matter if you're in a classroom or if you're in quality assurance. So, you try to discourage yourself as much as possible so you can quit, right? What do? You go to the next page. And you look for the formulas, because you know you're going to have to do some formulas. I'm not... What are y'all whispering about?
Nah.
I don't believe you.
You're not very trustful,
Not with this class. If I stay turned around enough, somebody will throw something at me. Don't give her any ideas. I'm trying to find the formulas. Somebody tell me what page the formula's on. I thought they were on page 200. There they are. 1, 3, and 5. Page 200. Write them down. 1, 3, and 5. What? What did she say?
I didn't say anything.
No, what did she say?
Something from the previous page.
Where do you see 1, 3, and
Nothing
5?
about
5, 1, 5, 3, and 5, 5. That's 5, 4. Whatever.
Thank you.
I'm fixing to make y'all go independent study and figure this on your own, and I just sit here and play on the computer.
Where did my deductions? There was no such thing as
Write those formulas down, and I want you to write the page number down. So when you start to ask me, how do you do this? You can go back and read it before you ask me that.
Cancel the page number.
200. You giving up on me? She just gets mad and leaves. Too much math, and she just
Yeah,
leaves.
which ones did you say to write down again? I'm sorry.
1, 3, and 4.
Oh, Clipboard.
Oh, Christina, what was it? 1, 3, 4.
How come when I make a mistake, y'all record it in y'all's mind, but when I don't make a mistake, y'all like, what page, what page, what page, what page, what page?
How women's minds work, you already remember.
Exactly. A wiring harness.
1, 3, and 4. Yeah,
You sure she didn't go to West Side?
she didn't go to high school.
Oh.
Magically appeared in college.
She was ditch schooled. You know, like homeschooled, ditch schooled. We just ought to have a day we come in here and just talk about people.
Do that already, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that already.
Do you have anything where we just don't do any math?
Do that
No, I can't do that because then somebody will complain.
I don't think anybody's going to complain about not doing
I'll bet you $100 bill somebody would tell my boss 10 minutes after we got out.
You know what happened to Steve?
What did she say?
I work with this guy that has speech, like, on a different class period.
You work with who?
Okay, me and this guy work together. We both have speech, but it's at different days.
Mhm.
And he said that, we were talking about how people were like adding in their speech and doing funny stuff, like, because my mouth was open and I was trying to talk, but I couldn't get anything out of my mouth. And he said that, I'm sorry to be my nose girl, but he said this girl was like, kept trying to say bow tie over and over again. She kept saying booty like 4 times in her speech. Like, how do you go from bow tie to booty? I swear. I don't know her name or nothing, but that's just what coming out. And I remember because she was in the computer lab with me and she was like, yeah, I'm about to go do my speech, and I'm going to hand everybody out donuts. And then he was talking about how she gave everybody donuts. And I was like, oh, that's the same girl.
Booty call donut girl.
Is what I went by.
I guess it was funnier if you were in my shoes, knowing that story.
I know it was very
That
funny.
was another like,
Booty, booty, booty. All right. So how in the heck do you use these formulas? Well, you're just supposed to ask your teacher 5,000 times. That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm supposed to pay your attention to the quit.
Yeah. You quit first. Throw your pencil, make it pop, and turn the desk over. That's what I did. I did that in college algebra. Got thrown out of class.
I remember last semester we had a whole class and I quit.
Yep. Just about it. All right, I'm going to find y'all a problem, and we're going to do it. So let me go to your handy-dandy homework. And I'm going to start you off with something real slow. What? What? You know, if y'all going to talk about me, at least tell me, you know? Okay. All right. Look at that one. I'll blow it up because I know that the people that can't see are all sitting on the back row. So, I don't care what the directions say because all I want you to be able to do is find one thing, and that's the mean and the standard deviation. So you got three events happening. The event of zero events happening, the probability is 20% or 21%. The probability of one event happening is 43%. Probability of two events is 30%, and the probability of three events is 7%. Now, there is a couple of tests that you need to do before you start one of these because sometimes they're not doable. The two tests are each probability has to be between 0 and what? 1. So if you get a probability up there of 1.25, just put an X through it because you can't do it. Or they'll have a dot right here that says the table is not, you can't see it, but you'll see it in a minute. The table is not a probability distribution. That's one of your answers. So, but we're going to find the mean and the standard deviation. So as soon as everybody gets through writing that down, we're going to work this problem. Oh, the other test is all the probabilities together should equal between 0.999 and 1.001. And I think that's on like page 198. It says it somewhere in there. Just read it. It says that if you add up all your probabilities, it should be between 0.999 and 1.001. So add up all your probabilities. Let's see, 4 and 3 is 7. 8, 9, looks like it's going to be pretty close. Add them up and see if they equal to 1. Do they? If they add up to equal 1, you're good. They're each one of them are between 0 and 1, that's good. But anything over 1 or anything under or over 1 when you add them up is not good. You just say this is not a binomial, this is not a probability distribution, and go to the next problem.
Page 97.
Page 97.
197.
197, probably about 3/4 of the way down or in the middle.
Very bottom.
Very bottom? Okay. I suck. What's she doing back there? Kicking people? Oh, ain't her.
What? Oh.
Security! All right. So what do you do first? Well, I'm going to set it up in a Excel spreadsheet just for organizational purposes because I can't write and do all the, so I'd be all over the board. So I'm going to hit this little button right here and copy table to clipboard and pull up my handy dandy Excel spreadsheet. And Control V as in Victor, or just paste, whatever you want to call it. And there's your data, or your binomial, or your polynomial probability distribution. Just not into it today, people. I'm sorry. All right, look at those formulas again. What does the formula for mu, or the mean, what does it say?
Summation of x times probability of x.
So you just multiply the two columns together and add them up. That's pretty simple. Let's not make it hard. X times P of X. Oh, that's all screwed up. All right, so I'll do the first one for you. That'll be 0 times. Hey man, I'm smart. I'll do this. I'll even do the second one for you. 0.428. Dang old West Side and Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
And Tri-County Tech. Add them all up. And there is your mean. Now, that's even easier than doing test grades. That's pretty simple. So let's not put that on the test. I'm kidding. Don't worry, somebody still get it wrong. We got to check to see how many people missed bonus questions this time. Hopefully it's a smaller number.
That double up.
Yeah, I know.
Double up.
I like the one that, ask y'all to live in the ditch or something. All right, now look at your other formula, 5.3. It says that the variance is equal to the summation of what? So what do we need?
X squared.
You need x squared. So, okay, now really think now. You might need a calculator because some people don't know how to do, 0 squared. Yep, I had to write a dissertation on it.
It's a whole semester long class.
Yep,
0 squared.
why is 0 squared 0? At least it wasn't like my neighbor. I might have told y'all about my neighbor that called me up one night. She said, I need you to come over here and help me figure this calculator out. I was like, oh God. She had bought her daughter a new calculator, TI 84, 85, 107, whatever. And she was mad. You know why she was mad? Because she kept raising. The book had 1 to the 29th power and 1 to the 31st power, and she couldn't get it to come out right. She kept getting 1. I'm going to take this thing back. I should have let her take it back. Now you make sure you tell the manager why this calculator is not working. No, I wouldn't have done that. Anyway, how do you tell a female that, how do I put this? Yeah, ask her if she's drunk. That she don't know how to work a calculator. So I said, this is a common mistake. And she said, oh, I feel like a dumbass. I didn't say a
The
word.
video definitely catch that. Because the video definitely catch that.
All right, now what? P of X. And you can just copy that over. Now the reason I do this is so I don't mess up and click on the wrong column. So I just bring it over and just copy it over, and then I just do another column called X times P of X. And that way I just use these two and not even fool with these. So it's not a big deal. Oh, P of C, I just changed the whole function. I want somebody to come up here and teach the rest of the class. Yeah, right. I'll do the first one for you again. 0 times 0.2205. Let me think. 0. And what do we do with X times P of X? Add them up. And then what do we do to get the variance? Quit. We take that number and we subtract what? Mu squared Yep. You got to fill out the drop slip first. And what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is always the what? So raise that to the half power. So equals this to the 0.5 power. And there's your standard deviation. Now I want everybody to draw your curve with your mean in the middle and your standard deviations on the right and your standard deviations on the left. What?
We want to know if the last one's supposed to be x squared times p of x.
Yeah. Why? What does it say? Sorry. Didn't I copy it? Yeah, that's right. X squared. I don't know why I put X star.
What we think?
I know, I suck. X squared times. So you take your handy dandy spreadsheet and you put the mean in the middle. And then what do you do on the right side? You take the mean and add the standard deviation to it, Hubert. That's right, class. Thank you for the interaction.
We're only here to help.
What's not right?
What my
Tell him he needs to pay attention.
nobody knows.
Read the formula. What does the formula say?
I don't know. It's a bunch of random configurations of squiggles.
Yeah.
Looks like reading.
Oh, right.
Just quit.
That's it.
So, if I asked you what is the probability of having 3 events, what would you tell me? Is it unusual, normal? Huh? 3 events. Three events is unusual.
She says normal.
Who did?
She did.
No, it's not. 3 is past what?
I
2
didn't
standard
say it.
deviations.
I'm just messaging.
3 would be an outlier. That would be 2.9 plus
Our question
Mhm.
Is this the bell, the developer, is that what this is called? And where you stay on the right side or left side?
No, we ain't got there yet.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
We're gonna do that in chapter 6.
So this is just the bell curve, like, is it?
Just bell curve, yep.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hurry up. I got it right.
You okay?
What'd I say?
You just got this look on your face.
I was waiting on y'all.
You look
See if you had any questions. I'll just sit down.
You just look, you have like a deer in headlights look.
This class is on crack.
Actually, it's not.
All right, does anybody have a question? What?
She's highlighting it.
And y'all don't share either.
I can still see you.
medication.
Methamphetamines. All right, let's do a nerd. I do too, bad. But I gotta drive. Oh, hush. All right, try this one. I want to hear y'all complain, so. First of all, add it up and let's see if you can actually do it. Dang old exorcist. Dang old PC. I watched dang old exorcism movies the other night. Exorcism 1, the beginning, and Exorcism 2, something else. And dang.
What was the first or third one?
No, Mama creeps me out. Especially when she's walking in that hallway and the light blinks off and that thing's right behind her. I was like, dang! Sitting in the house by myself and the cat picking on the guitar. I said, oh my God.
Cat plays guitar.
My cat at 2 o'clock in the morning scared the crap out of me. My guitar is sitting in there and it's dark. All of a sudden at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching Mama, and I hear pling, 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 pling. Now you talk about somebody, and you forget about your cat. You just that guitar's in my closet.
Oh, yeah, I would have opened that thing. I would have laid it.
So which one was, what are y'all talking about? Which one was better?
Insidious 1. Insidious 2.
No, it's the one with the old lady.
Insidious.
No, Insidious 2 is the best one because then it talks about what happened to the old lady.
Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about. What movie is that?
Insidious is like about this little boy in the first one who gets lost in his dreams, basically.
Oh,
and
man.
his dad used to do that.
That's wicked. I gotta
And then
watch
the second
that.
one, at the end of the first one, the dad goes into the dream to get the boy out. But instead of the dad coming out, the person that used to haunt, the old lady that used to haunt him when he was a kid, comes out with his body instead. So in
Dang
the
old Freddy
second
Krueger.
one, they're trying to figure out like how to, you know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Freddy versus Jason, that was my idea. That was my idea, and I think they ought to have Predator versus Jason, or Michael Myers.
They were going to do Hellraiser versus somebody.
You know Michael Myers is the most scary of all of them.
He is.
Because he's actually just a person.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like zombies and crap. He's just a crazy person.
He did what?
The original Halloween was scary.
Yeah. Yeah. He like made fun of him. Oh, I'm glad I can get y'all to talk now. Just not talk about math. That's all I need to do.
Do you have surround sound? Do you have surround sound at home?
No. I just have the cat playing stereo with
No,
the.
you need to watch Insidious.
But get us around. You watched Unborn.
Oh, that is good.
I watch what?
Unborn.
I don't think I've watched that.
You will have nightmares.
Good.
No, I watch all kinds of movies. So it don't matter to
I'm
me.
a scared cat.
Mama did scare me when she was walking through that hallway.
It's a good movie because it's got a story to it.
I didn't like the end of it. Did y'all check these to see if they equal 1? 15 minutes later?
Oh, have you seen The Conjuring?
Yeah, I saw that. Now that was good.
Yeah.
Dang old
Then you should
evil
go see
spirits.
Annabelle.
I'm gonna see that when it comes on direct.
I haven't seen it yet.
I never saw The Conjuring.
Okay, I need.
No, for real, I don't watch. I mean, I like Disney Channel too, but.
Oh man, I gotta type these in.
Like Gravity
Yeah.
Falls? Dude, Illuminati all the way.
Let me type them in.
Gravity Falls.
You say you review the film, you don't make it.
At least I know how to get this class to talk. Talk about movies. Listen, this is no joke. I've got all the movie channels on my direct because I'm, you know, how men are cavemen about sports. I ain't got a single sports channel. I got all movie channels because I watch movies like I'd watch 3 or 4 movies a day if I could. I just love movies. But I don't like comedies. I don't like comedies, especially the ones that there's these 3 dumb men that can't find their car, get drunk on weekend, and I can't watch any of those. That's, to me, that's stupid.
Do you like love?
Dude, where's my car?
No, that,
Huh?
to me, I love to watch drunk people get tased, and I love Dennis the Menace when Mr. Wilson fell in the bathroom and all. Now, see, that to me is funny. Watching 3 guys that can't get drunk and throw up on each other, that to me, that's not funny. That's just me. I'm weird. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 0, 0, 0.007, 0.026. I'm not going to let y'all talk anymore. 0.067, 0.217, 0.302, 0.273, and 0.108. Okay, we're not talking about movies anymore. So you done made her mad. She's leaving.
That's terrible.
What'd you say?
Schindler's List is his favorite comedy.
I don't think I'd say that too much.
Do you remember my name, or do I need to tell you?
Give me the first letter.
M.
Hold on. I got to see it. I know who it is. I know who you
Oh
are.
wait, first letter of my last name.
Yeah.
First, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Okay.
I know who you are when I see it. I'm terrible with names. Y'all just have to just take my word for it. When I see your name, I know who you are. Some of you. I just ain't worth crap today. All right, here we go. We got X and we got P of X. So we need X times P of X. X times P of X. Well, y'all quit talking about movies. Good gracious.
We're not.
Anti-jokes.
What?
Anti-jokes.
Y'all gonna make somebody mad and they're gonna clothesline you outside in the hallway. That's what happened to Barbie. Did I ever tell y'all about that?
Yeah.
I did? Oh my gosh. About my 2nd or 3rd semester, I was teaching in Oconee Hall, and I had about 3 or 4 Bubbas from West Oak and Star and Tomasi Salem, and I had 2 Barbies sitting in the back, and all they did was put on makeup during the whole class. And I mean, they were Oompa Loompas / Miss America types. And anyway, I was going over something one day, and I said, "Who knows this answer?" And I put something on the board, and one of the Bubettes said 4, and it was wrong, but she was real close. The answer was like 5 or 6, and she said 4, and I can't remember what we were doing. But anyway, the 2 Barbies were talking about something. You ever have one of those moments in church or the meeting or whatever when everybody gets quiet and you snort or something, or you're snoring or something, or you can't stop laughing and everybody gets quiet and you can't hold it in? Well, she had just said something was stupid, but then the only thing that came out was stupid. And I didn't think about it. I didn't think. But Babette heard it. Babette just gave the answer. The answer's 4, and I said, no, that's not right. And she heard stupid. But Babette, the Barbie, was telling the other Barbie about something she had done or something. I didn't think nothing of it. So I'm sitting at the desk and or whatever, and this is before we had smart boards. And class was over, and I said, okay, y'all have a good day, blah, blah, blah. And they started walking out. You know how the Oconee Hall, you go out. Well, y'all know what I'm talking about. And all I remember was the Babette went out first. And she like shot out of there like a cannon. I mean, she was gone. And I said, oh, well, she's mad or whatever. And of course, the Barbies, they were socializing. So they strolled out like 5 minutes after I let everybody go. And all I remember seeing, and I was sitting there doing something on the computer, and all I remember seeing was this blonde hair going flap. That girl was sitting there waiting on her and clotheslined her when she came out of the... Gave her a concussion, knocked her out. Her back of her head hit that floor. And they had to call the dang old ambulance, dang old reviver. I mean, not reviver, but wake her up. Dang old smelling salt.
Did you tackle the other girl?
I didn't do anything.
You just sat there and watched it?
Oh, she just walked off after she clotheslined. It's kind of like, there, bitch. You walk off. They both got expelled.
At least wait till you get out of the dang campus or something.
It was just one of those dang old rage, dang old mad.
Yeah.
So you better watch what you say in class.
I can't believe that. Yeah, I can't believe that Maury got expelled.
Barbie got expelled. Well, it's no tolerance. If you defend yourself.
She didn't. She just.
Well, she didn't even do that, but
I'd be so mad if I got knocked out and it failed and it wasn't even my fault.
well, just remember that story when you say stupid. All right, x squared equals x, not equal to work.
Whenever Barbie feels that eyes fight, always let me know.
Equals. I hate right turn. Got all them hillbillies that are interbred with buck teeth running around eating people. Huh? Yeah. There's like 5 movies. Right Turn 1, Right Turn 52. Huh? Oh yeah, wrong turn. I'm sorry. I just remember it's a bunch of hillbillies that got buck teeth. They got 4 arms, and they're running around with barbed wire, strangling people and dragging them through the woods.
What are they? Oh my God, the scariest movie is Devil's Rejects. Like the Disney.
I'll have to watch that one.
Like in the middle of that movie, the man is just like that, and he just gets like he's a hillbilly. He just gets out of the car and wants to take a better car and like kills this old lady. And she reminds me of my mom. Oh my God. That was awesome.
All right, y'all have to check my numbers. We need 2 summations. We need the summation of x times p of x. And that's going to give us 6.3032. What does that mean? Thank you. Okay, and then we need our summation of x squared times p of x. No, this is actually shorter than the other one, than the one we did in chapter 3. Variance. See, this is the 3rd person that's quit today. Variance is equal to this minus, see you later,
Bye.
squared. And then what do we do now? Standard deviation is equal to this raised to the 0.5 power. And then to put that in perspective with the normal distribution, that's equal to 6. And then 6 plus standard deviation. And then this plus standard deviation. I think we ought to have a medicine day, the last dang old day of class. Don't we have the last day on Tuesday, or is it on Monday? You'll have to decide, huh?
It should be a whole week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not paying $100 each time I leave there again. Minus, and then this minus. So tell me the probability of 9 events. 9 events would be unusual. What about the probability of 5 events?
Want to take another step?
Normal.
Normal?
5 events would be right here.
You got it.
Where did you get those numbers
This is the mean. Mean plus standard deviation. And this plus standard deviation. Mean minus standard deviation. This minus standard deviation.